All right.
It's good.
Good to go.
Really good.
Hey everybody, we are live here from Adobe Max on the show floor. We're at the community booth hanging out. If you want to get a tattoo, if you're watching from Adobe Max, come hang out right here. But if you're watching online, we're going to show you everything new that we just covered in the keynote. So we're going to go up into the studio. As you can see, everyone's hanging out. Say hi, everyone. All the people, it's great. So we're going to be up here, and if you're watching online, make sure you stay tuned. Make sure your Creative Cloud's updated because we're going to show you everything right now. So, all right, camera 2. There we go. Hi, everyone. So we are going to talk about everything new that is in Creative Cloud. I'm so tall. All right.
I'm just really short.
There we go. So let's talk about what is new and how to get the updates. First thing off the bat, right now, everyone, download Creative Cloud Desktop app and open that app. We good? We did that? Okay, cool. Once you do that, it's going to be really, really easy to do all of your updates. All you're going to need to do is open up the Creative Cloud Desktop app. Then you're going to click on Apps right here on the left. So right here on the left, you're going to click on Apps, and that is going to show you everything that you need for what apps you have. And it is also going to give you an option to update things. Also, let's say hi to chat. Hi, chat. Hello.
How you doing?
Yes, an intercontinental friendship. We didn't introduce ourselves.
No.
Who are you? Where are you from?
Hi, I'm Flynn. I'm the host of Adobe Live in Asia Pacific here in Miami with Andrew Hochradel.
Coming in from Australia?
Wow, yeah.
I am Andrew Hochradel. I came in from Los Angeles, but we are here in Miami Beach having a grand old time. This is Paco.
Hey, Paco.
He's our studio manager helping everything run smoothly. Chat, let us know where you are watching from, and let us know if you have any questions about the keynote, anything that you really liked about the keynote. We're going to try to demo everything here today.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
It'll be totally fine.
It's going to be great.
It'll work great.
What was your favorite thing that you saw, Flynn?
Project Neo was kind of pretty surprising for me.
Yes.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah, that's pretty incredible.
I think Project Neo is fun. We are going to look at that and play around with it a little bit. You can play around with that right now, projectneo.adobe.com, and it's amazing.
I wonder how that's going to go with it just being announced and everybody trying to use it at the same time.
Yes, so if you, okay, so,
right?
Yes, as you see here, there's a keyword that's right behind us that says live. We are live, which means that all of you that are using Firefly right now, all of you that are trying out these new features, might take a second to download some things, might take a second to get Firefly to render, and we are going to go through that as well too.
Yeah.
So, Jacob's here. Hi, Jacob.
Hey, Jacob.
That's it. And someone's saying Canvas is new. I did not expect it. Yes, there is a lot of new coming here. All right, we got it, y'all.
Oh,
we're
cool.
on.
Now I can see what we're talking about.
There we go. And
great.
if you missed it, we were playing bingo. We were playing the bingo for Adobe Max Keynote. And if you missed it, we do have an option for another bingo here. We're going to go ahead and check off tech issues and get another bingo right there. Bingo, bingo, bingo. All right, we did it, y'all. All right, let's hop in and talk about some demo. Where do we want to start?
I mean, why don't we just start with Photoshop?
Okay,
let's
so start with Photoshop.
Start with the king.
Yes, and again, if you have not downloaded these apps, you can go to Apps right here in the Creative Cloud Desktop app, click on Update All, and you also want to come into Beta and then update your Premiere Pro Beta. There's a really cool new feature there.
Yeah, we'll get to that. That's awesome.
All right, so let's go ahead and hop into Photoshop. So this is Photoshop, and we are here in, what city do I want to be in? Let's say this is...
This could be Melbourne, Australia,
I was going to say the same thing, yeah.
Right?
So, really great shot, but the sky is not quite there for me. It's got all these wires flying through, and so what I'm going to do is I am going to remove those wires. And in the past, I've had to go in, right? I'd go in here, and I'd like grab this, and then I'd try to like, pick out where I want to, heal stuff from. So it was a long process in the past. No more. We don't have to deal with that anymore at all. All we need to do is up here, we need to find distractions. And there we're going to find distractions, and it's going to be wires. Oh, hold on. Hold, please. There we go. So it's going to remove wires.
Yeah.
And I just clicked once. So I literally just clicked once, and it is going to find all the wires for me, and it is going to remove those. So this is called finding distractions, remove distractions. So new feature in Photoshop for you to play around with. And somebody's saying, but what if I want to add wires? Great question. Great question. No new feature to add wires, but there are options to remove wires. We also can remove distractions like people down here. And so all we need to do is come here and we are going to find distractions. We're going to find people, and it will do people a lot faster than wires because it's just like bigger segments.
Yeah.
And so once we found the people, we are able to just remove those people in one click.
And this sort of time-saving stuff is just crazy. Like anyone that's been using Photoshop for more than a couple of years, the amount of time that it would take to do this, and sometimes to do it well, it just takes so long.
100%. So some of these things that we're going to try to show you are reliant on Firefly. Y'all are using Firefly a lot right now. So it may be, there we go. Okay, we got it. So it found all of the people for me, and to get rid of them, all I need to do is click on this little checkbox, and 3, 2, 1, it is going to remove all those people, replace it. It is using generative fill to fix those and kind of plug in what would have been there in the image, and boom, the people are gone.
That's amazing, especially with all the complicated stuff that's in the background, like the poles and all that sort of thing.
Yep, so now we have this beautiful shot of the tram, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Now, let's go ahead and try something here that's going to be a little bit crazy, is I'm just going to export this image. So we're going to file, we are going to save this as just a little JPEG. Oh, let's do a PNG, sure, why not? So PNG, and we're going to do this as train. So let's do a little small file, and we are going to export this out, and the reason that we're exporting this is because we are going to try to make it move, right? It's going to be really crazy. And the way that we're going to do that is in Firefly. This is another thing that we talked about.
Yeah.
Firefly. This is, hold on, wait, that's going to be the end product. We baking showed a little bit too hard here. So if you go to firefly.adobe.com, what has this been in the past, Flynn?
For image generation, text to image, that kind of thing,
So it's just for image generation, right? False. It is now for video. So Generate Video Beta is out now on firefly.adobe.com. We also have fast mode. If you're working and generating in Adobe Firefly, it's a lot faster.
Yeah,
now.
That's really cool. That was totally unexpected. I didn't even know that was coming out.
It's magical.
It's really cool. Yeah.
So what we could do is we could generate video here, but we could go to upload, and we're just going to grab that train that we have. Oh, it's still saving. Why are we still saving here? You know what? Let's use this photo. So we're going to use this photo here, which is a photo that Weekend Creative took, and we are actually going to use that as our image. We need to agree that we do have the rights to this. Weekend Creative was just on before they allowed and said, yes, you can use this. So we're going to go to I agree, and then here, I want to add some like Miami vibes to this.
Okay.
So maybe let's do like tropical flowers and neon lights. So we're going to hit generate, and it is going to take that image for us, and then it's going to generate around that and create a moving video for us. It's going to be 5 seconds, and it does take a little while to generate this video.
Right.
It is doing, what, 5 seconds, 32 frames? It's doing a lot. So it's, what is it, 24 frames per second, 5 seconds, so it's 100 and some frames.
It's a lot of data.
It's a lot of data.
Yeah.
But it is going to generate that in a minute. We'll come back to it. Let's go ahead and see if we can remove those wires. Oh, it's still saving. Chat. Y'all, chat, we're doing it. And someone's saying, amazing how image generation works with reflections on Windows 2. Yes, incredible option to play around with reflections using Adobe Firefly.
Yeah.
All right, while this renders, I do have a couple baking show things to show you. This is what it looks like. So this is when I put this in earlier, and I did glowing neon lights and energy. Check this out. Actually, let's go full screen here. Ready?
Ready. Let's go. Whoa. That's amazing.
Right? That's pretty crazy.
That's so crazy. Can we generate things in portrait mode, like for social and things like that? Or
yes.
Does it have to be?
Yeah, you can designate right here. You can do widescreen or different aspect ratios.
Yeah.
When you're working with an image, depending on what you put in, it's going to generate at this size. So let's go ahead and play. Uh-huh.
Wow.
Uh-huh. Ooh, it added a little umbrella for us?
Yeah.
Just a little treat.
That's really trippy.
Yeah, so it's really good for concepting and playing around with new ideas. If we wanted to generate something from scratch, we also could do that. We just click on Generate Video here, and we're just going to take these out, and maybe we want to type in some different options. Oh, and it does look like it is only widescreen at the moment. So we have widescreen high res right here.
Yeah.
We have 24 frames, and then maybe we want to do a long shot, camera angle, do an aerial shot. We want to zoom out, and let's do maybe like an ocean view with boats and waves, something like that. So we can generate that, and you can generate from scratch even if you don't have your own image to start from.
I think this camera thing and like the panning shots and zooming in and zooming out is incredible that it's in this version.
Yes.
Like the very first version, we've got fly in, fly out, zoom in, move left, move right. That's kind of amazing to me.
It's awesome.
So early.
Yeah, and this is in beta, so if you get something weird, if you get something that is not quite what you're looking for, you can always give feedback. There always is that thumbs up, thumbs down. You can give feedback to the team and help us understand a little bit better how to use these tools and what you want to see from these tools.
I save it as well. I love those quirks from the original, like when the first models were coming out.
Yes.
And just how bizarre some of the things are. It's so cool to see how far it's come. Save all the old stuff. Someone was asking us to show the batch processing as well, so maybe we'll get over to that.
Oh,
in a little bit.
In Photoshop, yes. If we get there.
It's super cool.
And say a different website. No, this is firefly.adobe.com. Same website right there. And someone asking about generative credits. Generative credits are applied to your account. You have a ton of them. If you're a Creative Cloud member, it's a lot. It basically is just a system to help people, to not abuse the system. You got a ton of them. You can always get more if you need them. But if you have Creative Cloud membership, it is included in there.
Yeah,
so let's see what we got here with Ocean View and boats and waves. Oh, we got a time lapse.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty great.
That's pretty great. So
the boats are even moving, like to the changing of the tide.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And the like clouds rolling in, that's really great. So if you want to play around with that, you can, firefly.adobe.com. Again, today, you may get a little monkey that says like, there's an issue right now. A lot of people are using this. It is a hot new commodity for you to play around with. And speaking of that, we do have some more new, do we want to talk about an entirely new product?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so this is a new product called Project Neo.
This is amazing.
It's so fun. So you can access this right now, projectneo.adobe.com, and it is for 3D creation. So, should we look at something someone else has created, or should we create something our own?
Let's have a look at an example first, in case things don't pan out.
Yes.
And then we'll jump in and see what we can do.
Yeah. So
Michael Faguso did an amazing presentation on this on stage.
Incredible.
Yes, so good.
So I'm going to look at this one right here. There's a cat. What do we want to look at here? Let's go to.
If you pick a cat, then you can do the animal off the bingo from before.
Oh, that's true. How about this dog?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this dog.
You can't go wrong with the dog.
Yes. So we're going to go ahead and click on this dog, and we are going to zoom through here, and you can actually see the way that this artist created it, which is really cool. Each of the steps going into it, and then we can go here and create new design, and let's see what happens. Oh, that's starting us out from scratch. That's fine. We can do that. So let's go ahead and delete this square right here. We don't want to start there. I'm feeling like I'm in the holiday mood.
Okay.
Maybe not so much for you, because you have not snowmen, and your Christmas looks a little different in Australia.
That's right. Yeah, it's hot. Yeah.
Have you ever created like a snowman out of like sand, like a little beach man?
No, I haven't.
New trend.
That's cool. That's a great idea, though.
So it's just like Illustrator. If you want to play around with it, here are all the shapes that you can play around with, and we're just going to add a sphere to this area. And we're going to start it right here from the center, and just like Illustrator, I'm clicking and dragging out as if I'm creating an ellipse, right? Super easy, very familiar, and that ellipse is going to lock down to the ground there, which is perfect. So any object that you are on is going to lock down to that object. From there, we can scale this up a little bit. All right, and then maybe we do want to stretch just a little to have that little snowman kind of sitting on the ground.
Right.
From there, what's our next step in building a snowman?
I've never done it before. This is like
I'm just joking.
Okay, I have done it before, but not home. We need another sphere, don't we? We need something on top.
We can add another sphere, and we're going to do that. And as you see, I can kind of go around here and create that sphere in different places. But when I go on an edge, it's going to align to that 3D edge, which is what I want.
Right.
So we're going to add this right up here to the top, and you'll see that it's actually already starting to blend in. So
cool.
This is kind of showing a little bit of a little bit early of what we wanted, but that's fine. So we're going to stack it right on top there, lock it in. And then from there, I do maybe want it to be a little bit bigger. Sure. And then we are going to do a tool called blends. So in Illustrator, you're probably familiar with blends. This is really, really cool to blend in here. So we're going to choose and select this. And then we're going to go down over into our blending tools, and we're going to click and drag. And you'll start to see it blending together there and creating a really nice blend for our snowman. So now, if you do this and start moving this around, it is going to keep that blend. See how it's blending to all the different shapes,
how good
right?
Is that? Look at that.
So you can create some really cool, interesting organic shapes by using that in different ways. So we have those two pieces. I think that that's like pretty good. It's a little mini snowman. But what we're going to do is we can actually like cut out of that. And so what I want to do is I'm going to add another sphere. And this one's going to lock onto this object now. So we're just going to add another sphere here. Where did we go? Actually, I'm just going to build a sphere here. So we're all learning.
His head's fallen off.
His head's fallen off.
It's tragic.
We're all learning this together. And the way that I am working may not be the way that you work, but that's fine because we're all exploring together and there's no wrong way. But I know what I want to do is take this and punch it out of his face.
Right.
I want to kind of create an eye here. And so I'm going to zoom in so we can see it a little bit better. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to just combine shapes. And so if I wanted to, I could go into, where are we? Shape.
This is brand new software, people.
Brand new software we're learning. Intersect, that's what I want.
Nice.
So intersect is going to subtract it from our shape. Oh, that was probably the wrong button. Hold, please. Carve. There we go, it's carve.
Carve, okay.
So now we have our little shape right here, and we are going to carve it out. And if I move around and kind of change the way that I am looking at this, you'll see that it's not quite in 3D space yet. We need to pull it onto the head. And from there, oh no.
Wow, that was cool.
Come back. There we go. This guy right here, we are just going to grab him. No, come back here. Come on, buddy. There we go.
Nice.
And we're going to start carving this into the face. We've got another one back here. No. And again, we can just select and we can duplicate just like in Illustrator. It's going to duplicate another one of those, and then we can bring it around. Maybe we want to put it a different place on the head. Yes, love it. It's glorious.
What do you think, everybody?
Yeah, what do you think about Project Neo? There we go. There's another eye right there. And so we have that very simple, very minimal snowman. We have a lot to show, but I do want to show that I can export this.
Right.
And
we had some questions about the different versions and how we can export things before. So
yes, so we're going to go to Styles here, and I maybe want to do illustrative. Let's see what this looks like. Ooh,
whoa,
that's pretty cool. Let's try vector art here. Okay, maybe we want to do pixelated. Okay, let's do pixelated to have a little pixelated ghost, kind of fun. We also can play around with the lighting. And so if we want to, we can grab the lighting. Let's see, we can take a snapshot. Let's see if this is lighting. This is. So the rotation, ooh, let's do some spooky lights. So let's bring the height down. And then maybe shadow distance. Let's see. There we go. Ooh, right across the face. Just very spooky lighting.
That's
I think
cool.
that looks good. Let's go into vector art. Sure, looks good to me. And then we can go to download here and just download this as an SVG. So we're gonna hit download, and it's going to download it as an SVG that we can open in Adobe Illustrator.
That's cool. Yeah, I'd be interested to see how this works. I think Michael on stage downloaded it as a PNG. I think.
Yes.
I think he did.
Yep, so you can do PNGs, and which, if we did it as a PNG, we actually have updates in Illustrator to our tracing options. So let's go ahead, and I'm gonna place this little guy. We're just gonna open him up from our downloads.
Yeah, at what point did we turn into making a spooky ghost? That kind of just really happened naturally.
It did.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween, y'all.
Really,
we went from Christmas
cool.
to Halloween. It's perfect.
It's great.
So here, it is an SVG. We can go ahead and go into outline mode just like that. It is outline. Something else that we could do just to have some fun is we could select all these pieces and maybe go to Effect, 3D Materials, do a little inflate on this. This might take a second, but it's going to look really cool and really fun. And this is a great example of how you can use Project Neo with Adobe Illustrator to create some really fun stuff just in a few seconds.
That's cool. It's a snow ghost.
It's a snow ghost.
That's
Welcome
amazing.
to the snow ghost. Copyrighted term, snow ghost.
Snow
so
ghost.
Pretty cool. You can play around with Illustrator and Project Neo. So since we're in Illustrator, should we stay here?
Yeah, let's do it.
This is going to be
This looks
exclusive.
delicious.
Right?
Yeah.
This is going to be an exclusive because they didn't show this in the keynote. This is something, it's a feature called mockup. And how many times are you playing around with something and you want to like put this on this?
Yeah.
Right? And you do that and it looks like that and you're like, this is terrible, I can't do it. So what we can do is we can actually select these two objects. So the vector art as well as just a PNG here. And we're going to go to Object, Mockup, Create Mockup.
Oh, hands off.
Hands off. No hands. Lots and lots of different... Woo, excuse me. Lots and lots of loading bars today, but it's saving us a lot of time.
Yeah.
So, just like that, it is applied onto our hat. We're going to go to Multiply, change the blending mode, scale this down a little bit, and watch this.
Really cool. And
Really
you can see the
cool.
texture of the hat through the graphic, which is great.
So you can see the texture come through, and maybe I do want this to come maybe down on the edge here. It will follow all of the different dimensions of your mockup. It's going to find them. And chat, I'm going to give you a little secret here. This mockup, made with Firefly.
Oh, really?
Yes, so if you're
Cool.
ever looking to mock something up, using Firefly is such a great tool to generate a great mockup.
So
And
the whole
then
thing, the hat and the
the hat
plants,
and the flowers and all that.
the whole deal.
So if you're trying to pitch to a client and show what it's going to look like, really great tools to be able to combine and play around with both mockup and Firefly to create the actual mockup. Take it into Illustrator, you can put your art onto the mockup.
So quickly, and it's just so important to have things in mock-ups to make it look more real.
Yes.
So much better than being on just a white canvas or something. You're trying to present, you're trying to show how it's going to be used in the real world. You need a mock-up.
Yes, and someone's saying, what if we wanted a pie with a hat on it?
That's
you
awesome.
could do that.
You could do that.
Download a PNG of a pie, get a vector hat, slam them together, and mockup will be great. Thank you, Water. All right, Flynn, oh my goodness.
That's
Flynn,
okay, take some water. Take
I'm going to take a second.
Yeah.
While I do this, can you talk about maybe what we could talk about next? Because you have a lot of notes about things that happened in the keynote.
I do have a lot. So I think Michael Faguso, I think, was amazing on stage. If you didn't catch that one, and his whole shtick is Illustrator, so the vector art and all that sort of stuff. And one of the things that I thought was really incredible was objects on a path.
Oh yes.
Did you play around with that at all?
I did. It's great.
It's pretty cool, and it sort of seems like it might work a little bit like type on a path when I was seeing it. So if you're familiar with that, now we can do it with objects. So I think that will be something super cool to see if we can get that happening.
Let's do it. So
Okay.
this is such a niche reference, but if you've tried to create a clock in Illustrator,
You guys know when you're making clocks in Illustrator?
it's kind of hard, and it's really great for the demo, but it is a lot to like get everything aligned. And so I'm just going to create numbers 1 through 12 here, and we are going to do this very quickly and then do objects on a path.
Very cool.
Here we are counting. This is premium content for y'all right now.
You can't get this wrong.
Yeah, I can't get this wrong. Well, I can. Yeah, don't underestimate me. All right, 11. And let's do one more. That's 12. So we have all of these, and let's say that we want to put them on a circle. And this is really great for just showing a demo. These could be anywhere, scattered all over your artboard, and we want them to just be on a nice little circle right here. What we're going to do is we're going to grab these two, select everything, and then from there, we are going to do objects on a path, which is right here. And we're going to click and select all the objects. Looks good to me. And then we're going to click on the target path right there.
Nice.
Boom. Done. And as you can see, you can rotate, you can move, you can select all that stuff right here. If we wanted to, we can select the actual path, maybe turn that off, and boom. So
Yeah.
it does look like we have some issues here. They're out of order, which is totally fine. What we can do is we can actually just click and drag these, and they will drag into the right order that we want them to be in. So let's go ahead and double click in here and start dragging. Where does 10 go? Chat. It does. Oh no. Do I need to direct
Do you
select?
need to direct select, maybe?
Let's try it. No, come over here. Chat, no.
Does it not like it because it's type instead of
It might not like it because it's type. Let's see
Yeah.
what happens here. Let's outline it.
outline it, I think?
Okay, everything got rotated. That's fine.
That's cool. It's
We
just
want
a
12
really
to be
cool clock at your grandma's house
At the
or
top
something.
here. Great.
Yeah.
And then we can, I believe, go in here and rotate these. Let's see. If we select here, there's a little node here. Okay, let's at least lock in 12.
Very
And then
good.
I think we could go in and we could do these individually as well. Okay, so we do have individual controls. We do have objects on a path. Not the greatest demo of what it is, but it works.
play around with that at home.
We'll play around with it, yeah.
Um,
Somebody say you have to be in the tool maybe. Oh, that is a good option.
Oh.
Let's see if we pull it here. Some objects are not supported. Oh, so maybe it is that the type is having issues there.
I think maybe because it's type instead of a just an object, outlined object by itself.
That's fine. So if you're working with maybe icons, perfect, it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Welcome to live.
Tick.
Okay, tick, check, got it. All right, we have, we don't have a lot of other updates in Illustrator, right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, we do have updates
Oh,
in
we do have an
Frame.io.
enhanced image trace.
Oh, we do have an enhanced image trace. So let's do this. So
While
I
we're
have an image here. Let's go ahead and I pulled in something from Adobe Stock. Let's grab this image here, pull it in from Adobe Stock. So it looks good. There are a lot of gradients kind of happening here. And what I can do is I can select it, and then we're going to do a nice little image trace here. Let's actually just open this file. That'll be way easier. Yes. So with this selected, we can come up here to our image trace, and we are going to do, maybe we want to do a preset of high fidelity photo. So right now, this is just a PNG of some art, and we want it to be vector because we want to be able to work with it. Really powerful, much improved, specifically with gradients.
I think it was several times faster and much more accurate as
Yes.
well. So
let's go in here and let's take a look. So right now we have a little bit of banding happening, and we can open up our settings right here and look at the different options. So we can do grayscale, black and white, we can do color, palette, we have full tone, or we can do automatic, and then colors, we can increase colors, all that fun stuff. Down here we have a new option. This is a brand new option. We can click on gradients. And from there it is going to find the gradients in here and smooth them out a lot for
Look at
us.
that.
Whoa. We also can do create shapes. Let's click on that. Great. And then I think transparency, auto grouping. Sure, let's do auto grouping. Why not? Let's see what happens. And once we have all of our sections created, all of our settings set, we can go to expand and take a look at what it has done with this image that was just a JPEG and now has been image traced using this new advanced image trace.
vectorized.
Yep. Vectorized.
Vectorized. That gradient's pretty crazy. Like understanding that it's a gradient in the first place.
Yes.
And then being able to extrapolate it out so it's in our system, and now we can edit it. Because I think you can edit that gradient as well.
Yep. And you can see here as I'm clicking and dragging, it is dragging like individual pieces. So it's created a lot of this into groups. Like everything that's touching is pulling into a group. You can see these little like floating pieces out here are separate objects. So a lot of times in the past, it would kind of compress everything. It would be like empty spots here and there. But even in the background is white. As I pull this away, the background's still there.
Right.
Because there's not a cutout like there used to be. And if we direct select this, I'm guessing that we could probably find the gradient right there. So here's the gradient. If I wanted to, I could come in and change this gradient. Look at that.
You can change everything. You can change the color, the type of gradient, everything.
That's
pretty
pretty
cool.
crazy.
Yeah.
That it's pulling that specific of a gradient in. That's wild.
So what I think is pretty crazy about what has just happened then as well, if you go back to the original image was banding itself.
Yes.
So it was actually less of a gradient, more of 10 different shades.
Yeah.
And now we've used image trace, and now we're actually adding more information to it. So now we can actually have a proper gradient from a banded gradient.
That's pretty
So
cool.
we're adding fidelity in, which is amazing.
Yeah, so play around with that. You can do gradients now in image trace. Who would have thought?
It's pretty crazy.
It's pretty crazy.
pretty great.
Okay, so Illustrator, check.
Yes.
Photoshop, semi-check.
Pretty check.
Um,
We made a clock.
we have a lot of video stuff.
Yeah, we do.
There's a lot of video stuff to cover. Let's hop
Yeah.
into video and see what's new.
So I think I don't know. Are we able to demo what's in Frame.io? I've got to admit, I didn't actually know Frame.io was a separate app until today.
Yes.
And everyone was demoing it because I've only ever used it within Premiere Pro.
Yes, it is a lot. There is some great content that's out there.
Yeah.
I don't think we want to demo during this segment, so we only have
Yeah.
45 minutes for this. But if you check out the rest of the day, I'm sure that we will cover all of the details of Frame.io. A lot of it is to review and collaborate with your clients. Let's take a look at the schedule. Flynn, what's coming up after us?
Okay, so stay tuned. In 15 minutes, we've got first takes, Photoshop updates with Tony. Is that Tony's right name? Tony Harmer and Arabella. And then at 1 o'clock, Meet the Speaker, Brittany Megan with Ellie Mott. And then at 1:30, Meet the Speaker with Anna McNaught and Teresa Yu as well. So,
Yes.
And then, oh my gosh, live all day.
We're live all day, so
That's
make sure
incredible.
that you stay tuned here on Adobe Live to learn everything that you want about all the updates from today. But let's hop into maybe Premiere.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
So let's
Okay.
hop into Premiere. There is a new tool here, and I've actually just worked with some video in Premiere. So here's the secret though. This video it cuts off and I need to fill in this space, right?
Right.
So we are in the Premiere Pro beta app. If you're looking for this, make sure that you are in beta because it's not in any other app.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zoom in here.
I think that trips people up quite a lot when there's like a new feature or announcement or something. So,
Yes.
and you will have to update your Premiere Pro beta, which sounds really obvious, but often there's new features you might forget to update. So make sure you do update and you can play with all the new stuff.
Yep. So from there, what I can do is I can actually click on this clip and then use this new tool that's in my toolbar called Generative Expand. And Flynn, what does Generative Expand do?
It makes video from the previous video that we have,
Uh-huh.
which is pretty wild. So if you've got a gap that you can't move, you've probably been in that situation where maybe you need 5 seconds of footage, but you only shot 4.
Yes.
What do you do? Like there's a couple of different tricks that we can do, but this is a brand new, basically tool in our
Yes.
tool belt, and you can make stuff from Magic.
Yep. So what we can do is we can select this, and I'm going to grab the generative. It's right here. Generative Expand. It might be in a different place. It might be over here for you. I just moved it so that y'all can see a little bit better. But we are going to go here, and then we're just going to click and drag this clip out. And what it's going to do is it's going to render the extra frames for me and render that extra time that I need in the clip. So I'm going to line these up right here. And you know what? Maybe I want to generative extend this other one as well. Can I?
Yeah, can you go backwards?
Let's find out.
Let's do it.
Oh, you can. So we're going to
That's
clip
awesome.
those together using generative extend. It is
Wow.
going to generate those two different pieces for us all the way through. And then it will make it so that we have all of the frames we want, all the content that we want, and it's going to be crazy
Yeah.
to see how seamless it works.
I'm pretty, floored by how well it's working. So there's a question in chat. Seems like it does about 2 seconds of extended footage. Is that correct? 5 seconds, Val is saying?
Yes,
yeah,
5
I
seconds.
think it's 5 seconds, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
5 seconds.
Yeah.
And just like the Firefly video model that we saw on firefly.adobe.com, very similar there to what we're creating. So if we hit play here, this is what's happened, right? It was based on a photo, and then it's generated a lot of different pieces. And
Yeah.
someone's saying, ooh, generative transitions, that's a great idea. So almost done generating these. Once it's done, we'll be able to play that and show you the extra frames. I am going to mark right here where these stopped. I believe that this one was 7 seconds long. So I'm going to stop it right here. We're going to add a marker there. And this one, I believe you can see right there is where it starts. So you can see those extra frames
Yeah.
come in at that little kind of like slash. And that is going to generate, and then we'll be able to play that in just a little while. Something else that was new that was previewed was object selection. Don't believe it's here yet, but we had a nice little sneak before sneak.
Yeah, that's never happened before.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a nice little thing to
Cheeky.
see that you can do object selection to mask things, to select things, to speed up your workflows. Because again, everything that we're showing with this Adobe Firefly technology is really trying to get you working faster and get to the creative part easier.
I wonder if it's going to make me a lazier videographer. Like, I know that I don't need 5 seconds now, so I'll just shoot 3 seconds at a time.
Right.
For all my transitions.
Yes, and someone's asking, when is this available? Right now. Right now. So what you need to do, if you are wanting to play around with any of these apps, any of these features, anything that we are showing right now, I have the same access that you have. This is not like the Keynote where we're showing sneaks, we're showing special stuff. This is just my personal Creative Cloud account. We are here. All you need to do is go and open the Creative Cloud desktop app and then go to Update All. You can update all your apps. And if you want to use the Generative Extend on your video, you need to go to Beta and then go to the Premiere Pro Beta right there. So all live, all real, right now, went live this morning. Let's come back to our video and see the frames that have been added. You can see here that it has AI generated. And let's go ahead and play just this whole clip to see what happens.
Let's see.
You know what, hold on, sorry. Let me make this much larger. There we go. That'll give us some more space to see. Why can I not click this? There we go. Bring this
timeline down a bit.
There we go. All right, let's go ahead and bring this. And as you note, the marker right here is when the actual video stopped and we start using that Gen Extend. So let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, we're cooking, and I'll call out when we are on Gen Extend. Extended.
That's amazing.
This is all extended.
Yeah.
And now we're into the actual video. So at no point was I able to see when that was changing.
It's seamless.
It's very seamless. So if you just need to get an extra few seconds and you don't want to go into like super slow-mo or don't want to like add some weird transition, you can see there it is literally generated in between. And let's watch that transition one more time.
And
so this is
fire goes out as well.
Footage.
Like as it's going down.
And generated.
Amazing.
Generated and footage. Look at that. Even the food in there was the same food going back and forth and tossing. That was crazy. That was magic. So this is not something that is a preview. This is not something that's a sneak. This is something that's in beta. So the Premiere Pro beta is available to you right now. All you need to do, again, is go into your Creative Cloud desktop app, click on beta, and you'll be able to see the Premiere Pro beta, which is really cool. All right. We've got Project Neo. We've done Illustrator. We've done the Photoshop remove distractions. We've done
Premiere Pro.
Yes. What else do we need to do?
We could do Express.
We could do Express. Let's do some Express stuff. So if you've never used Adobe Express, it is super powerful, super easy, and it's right here in the browser. So if you missed it earlier, we were playing Max Bingo. This is all the stuff that we had happen during Max, and we had a few bingos. But let's come back and do Adobe Express. So right here, great options to start from templates. And the one thing that I love is animate all. So if you ever worked in Express, a lot of times we have a bunch of different options. So this is something that I was working with one of my designer friends, Emily Poulin, on. And there is a lot of different pieces here, right? A lot of content. And let's say that we want to just animate this. So what we can do is we can come over here and we are going to, how do we want to do this? There are a couple different options here. Let's go ahead and we'll select one of these and we can animate. Is there animation on here yet? No. Where's my animate all button? Flynn. Where's my button?
Don't know, you're in New Express, so it should be there.
I am. Maybe I need to refresh Express. Let's refresh this one more time and then see what we can do. And we might just start from one of these templates. So let's come in here, let's start from a template, and let's see if we have it here. Bulk create, we could do this. Bulk create is a way to create a whole bunch of different data, so we could kind of assign different data to go in different places. But I want to animate all. Where's my animate all? Why? Oh, do I need to select everything?
Do you need to select the objects you want to animate
this
first?
This might be me. There we go. I think that was my fault. So let's go ahead and, what do we want to do here? Grow? Let's do grow. So let's do grow, and we have it growing in. It's not quite what I want though. It's grouped. Let's ungroup everything. Still got animation. We could change the timing. Oh, Flynn, where is my button? It's killing me. Let's try one more here.
So I missed this part of the keynote, so I didn't even know where the button's
Yes,
meant
no,
to
it's
be.
fine. We got it. your stuff. Brands, upload. Templates? No. Media? No. Chat, if you can help me out. Chat, if
Elements?
you saw, maybe
Do I
elements.
need to go down to
Chat,
elements?
if you saw this during the keynote, let me know. Where was Animate All? I know that it's here. I know that it exists. Let me know where it was. We could. 1 minute? We have 1 minute? All right.
Oh.
Well, we have 1 minute. Let's do a quick recap.
Okay.
All right.
Recap.
So let's start Photoshop. What do
Photoshop.
we got in Photoshop? Photoshop, we had remove.
The distractions.
Yes, remove distractions to remove
Yep.
people from here.
Mhm.
Then we went over to Illustrator. Illustrator had a new image trace.
Live
that,
trace,
Yes,
yep.
that helps you get gradients and shapes out of it. We also looked at the mock-up tool, and we mocked up a hat. We also looked at objects on a path and created some objects on a path over here.
Mhm.
Then we went over to video, and we used Gen Extend to add different frames to our video.
Crazy.
We also looked at Firefly, and we looked at the new Firefly video model to create video from an image right here, firefly.adobe.com.
Yeah.
And I think that was pretty much it.
I think that's it.
My
and
goodness.
yeah, that started as a static image as well, folks. So go check that one out. It's
Yep,
amazing.
so lots of fun all day here on Adobe Live. We are live from the show floor, the Creative Park here in Adobe Max. So stay tuned. If you're in YouTube, leave us red hearts. If you're in Behance, leave us blue hearts, and we will see you back here in about 5 minutes. And we will be doing a nice little first takes on some Photoshop with our friend Tony. Stay tuned. See you in a
then.
few.
Bye.